Why, hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. This is Force, and this is Landmark. Bet you almost didn't recognize it, did you? You can probably tell by the title of the video, but this is Landmark, and it has changed quite a bit since the last time we looked at it. Now, it's still got the same old fundamentals that you remember. You can still run up to a node and do some mining and watch textures pop in and out. You can still walk up to a tree and chop it down. Whoa, what the? You can still walk up to a tree and chop it down. But as alluded to a moment ago with that giant explosion, there's some more stuff to contend with, and that comes through the PvE that was recently added, and awesome things like my brand new super weapon that allows me to, well, just ready. We're gonna go like Superman charge. Okay, I want to get further away. Here we go. And then go, boom, boom. Just spam it. Just spam it. Do a Superman charge. That's very anticlimactic. This doesn't look as good as damn it, I ruined it. I wanted it to be better, but it's not. Okay. So, Landmark has added PvE, like giant exploding mushrooms. So you gotta watch out for those. I got hit by the first one. But there's a few different new monsters. Abomination is actually really scary, but I can take the Will-O-Wisp. So we're gonna fight the Will-O-Wisp. I've got this weapon here. I hit the damn thing. Hello? You serious? I can't. Okay, there we go. That's what I wanted to do. I just gotta do that and smack it a couple of times. Yay, I killed it, and I got 48 ether shards. Wonderful. So the game has added PvE combat. There's a couple of different monsters. There's wisps, there are these chompers, there are abominations, and then there's also like these little, I don't know, like not trolls, but sort of like golem looking creatures that were added to the game. Now the combat is super rudimentary right now. I've got this weapon that took me several hours to craft. I don't know everything that's changed since we last looked at this game, but I put in like 5 hours and I said that's enough. All right. It took me so long to be able to craft the weapon that I currently have right here, which is, nope, that's there you go, Blade of Assault. Okay, it's got 3 abilities attached to it, which I can show you by holding down Alt there. So we've got the Slash ability, which will slash frontal damage and restore armor. We've got Battle Rush, which charges forward and hits opponents, and then Warrior's Roar, which will restore armor. And then I get more as well. It snares enemies nearby too. So 3 abilities. Those are bound to my left and right mouse button as well as E. And then I also have these boots, which when I double jump, it increases my offensive power, and more offensive power helps scale my abilities. So basically what I want to do is I want to run up to these guys, go like that, I'll do my double jump, and then I hit them a couple of times. Let me hit my E to get more armor. So that's going to be that yellow bar that you see fill up there on the far left-hand side. And the combat's pretty busted right now. It's basically circle strafing everything. Now, it's important to keep in mind that this game is still in development. It is not officially released or anything. And I actually read on the forums, because I went in here. And then as soon as I got my weapon, I did some combat, and I was like, this is kind of... It's kind of stupid, right? Like, it's kind of... I'm just running around these monsters, and they're not even posing a threat. Other people shared that sentiment on the forums, and they got a response, which I read over, which was basically saying, yes, this is just this basically skeleton, bare bone basics implementation of what the combat will be in the future. It is going to be sort of this FPS style. There's a variety of weapons. I just happen to have the longsword right now, but there's also bows and staff. So you can imagine if I have a staff right now, I would be able to shoot ice at him from a distance, basically. And it would have a couple abilities just like this sword has. But yeah, this is how it's going to be styled, the combat in Landmark, as well as EverQuest Next, although we just expect it to have a little more depth than it has now. But it's nice to see sort of the skeletal framework. And really, this edition of PvE for me, it really sort of starts to bring things together with this game. Like, when it was just crafting, I enjoyed it for about a week. And then I said, yeah, no thank you. I mean, like, yes, it's neat. Like, there's lots of different things you can do with a crafting system. But I actually haven't even touched the crafting since I've come back. These 5 or so hours that I've put in to check out this new PvE stuff have included absolutely zero crafting. But yeah, we've got like, you know, you can still do all sorts of things. Put voxels down and you can craft whatever you want. I mean, it's like I am not showing you. You can watch some of my older Landmark videos if you want to see the, like I was actually pretty decent at the crafting and I put some pretty neat structures together. So if you go ahead and check out some of my older Landmark videos, you can pretty much do anything, honestly, with a crafting system in this game. And you can build it up, you can break it back down. And this is within the open world. Like, this is a server. I'm on the Courage server with the Spring subset or whatever the heck it's called. This is a server where there could be other people around me. Like, I could have, I don't know the exact numbers, but I could have any, there's probably a cap, but let's say like I could have like 30 or 40 people also in this area, and they would see this happen here. Like, they would see me building this up, and they could destroy it as well. Now, you have buildings that are safe within your own little territories that you have. So, for example, I have a claim, which is, where is my claim? There it is. My claim's right over here. So essentially, if I go into my claim area, anywhere within this little blue box here is safe, and I could craft whatever the heck I want. But again, I haven't done any of that at all since I've come back, because all I was really interested in was taking a look at the combat. But even though the combat needs a lot of work, like it's very... It's skeletal, as the developer has said it is. It is skeletal. It's just, okay, it's going to be this FPS free roam style. We're going to have different monsters, but we need to program good AI. We need to program a lot more different abilities. The cool thing, though, is your abilities are going to be tied to whatever weapon that you're using. So as you saw, the weapon that I have has these 3 abilities attributed to it. Now, if I pull up my crafting thing here, I could just briefly show you weapon here. So here's a few of the different weapons. This is the Blade of Assault. This is the thing that I have. This is the thing that I built. So this is the weapon that you've seen. We've also got the Frozen Crystal Staff, which we can take a look. It has got Frost Orb, Shatter, and then Frozen Domain. So a bunch of different things. What's Frozen Domain? So I'm going to Controlled Ice Storm. I mean, that's pretty cool. I actually would like to make that. There's also the Dragon Bone Bow, which has got 3 different abilities to it. The Crescent-Bladed Broadsword. I might actually have to try that out. No, I'll probably make a range thing next. The Obsidian Daggers, if you want to be all roguey. The Lucent Wand. Is this a healer thing? Shoots a beam of dealing damage, or hit an opponent, or healing for 16 if you hit an... Okay, so that's cool. So yeah, it's a healer or a little bit of damage. And then I actually have started working towards this one. You can see I've got 6 of these Shadow Essence. I just need to... I also have some Aspect of Destruction. I just need to get these things here. But this is like a tanky, life leech, damage over time skill set. So what's going to happen is we're going to have these different weapons, and I could swap. Like, I've got this sword right now, and I could swap to the staff, or I could swap to the bow. A big thing that comes into play too is the gear that you're wearing. So let me show you this. So we got a few, I mean, again, I'm assuming there's going to be more than this, and this UI looks horrendous right now, but this is the weapon that I'm using. I also have this grappling hook, which I don't know that I've really displayed it here, but I've got a grappling hook. It's a pretty short range right now. It's only got a range of 20, so it doesn't go very far, but you can use it to sort of grappling up this stuff. I can like hold on to the tree with it. Oh, I should be, well, you know, whatever. So yeah, we've got that. And then there's gear slots here. So in these gear slots, I've got this helm, which has armor and offense. And then I've got this, which has armor and offense. I've got this, which has energy, armor, and offense. And I've got these boots right now, which this is my double jump thing, which increases my offense by 10% for 5 seconds. Now let me open my inventory. Ooh, not this thing. Okay. And in my inventory, I can show you I've got some different options. So I could get armor that has 20 energy and armor. This one has 400 armor. We've got ones with armor and crit and armor regeneration. 260 armor with armor regeneration. We've got one, where is it? This one, armor, and it also makes it so that opponents that deal damage to me take thorn damage as in return. I've got these boots. Instead of the double jump, I could put on these boots, which give me a glide. So we could put on these boots, and then I can go like this. And then I've got like an infinite glide. So look at this. I could just like fly around here. I can just keep doing this. I can just fly around. It's just gonna keep going. I'll just keep the. So there's different gear that has different abilities, and the reason I mention that is because, as I said, I'll be able to swap between weapons. So I could go from using this sword to using the staff, but the different weapons are going to have different benefits. So there's gear that are specifically better with projectiles, or this anklet right here, this accessory. My offense is increased by 10%. Whenever using damage over time abilities. So this would be especially effective with a weapon set that has damage over time abilities, whereas the gear that I'm wearing now is tailored to the weapon that I'm using. So yeah, we'll be able to swap between weapons for different abilities, but you're also gonna have to take into account like what's the ideal gear for whatever it is that I wanna do. Why am I not hitting this? There we go. Okay. So, I mean, not gonna lie, the combat at the moment is nothing to write home about. But I think the groundwork and once more the potential of Landmark and subsequently this engine that is going to be used to fuel EverQuest Next, I think the foundation of this stuff is really, really pretty cool. So far I've shown you just walking around, smacking a couple of things. We're on the main layer. Let's actually go. Let's go back to the center of town here. All right, so this is basically the center of the map, right by this sort of teleportation shrine. I forget what it's called. It's got a specific name, whatever. But when we run up to this stone here, we can click on it, and okay, the ley line station. That's what it's called. And we can now travel to different layers. So each of the continents, I've been exploring the top layer, has got several different layers that you can go into and explore. So why don't we go ahead and hop into the second layer here and show you some underground stuff. All right, fantastic. It usually takes like a second for it to warp in. Now, at each of these little hubs here, there's going to be some crafting things that you can walk up to. So this is like a smelter station. I can make some armor. I can make weapons, different stuff like that. And we've got different stations that do different things. This one lets me make potions, infused extracts, fun stuff. This thing, grappling hooks, utility items. I can only make that one grappling hook right now. Crafting stations. So yeah, that's the crafting stuff, but I don't really want to go into that in this particular video. I just wanted to show you a little bit of this underground area. So yes, we are now underground. We can dig in any direction. So I can dig up to try to go towards the top layer. I can dig down to try to go lower. So I could just like keep digging down and dig myself lower and lower and lower and lower to another level. And they're supposed to be like hidden caves and things. I'm not going to spend the whole video trying to find a hidden cave, but these sort of things will exist within the world. So there's a pale guy. I'm running by that stuff though because I need to avoid the abominations. They are incredibly strong, and I don't think I can deal with it. But I had a moment before I recorded this video, and I wanted to sort of express that moment with you. I had a moment that made me feel like in a lot of ways this is a game that could be the sort of thing that I've always wanted in a game, and that's freedom, right? We're gonna kill this guy. Oh, never mind. He's running away now. Where are you going? And that's freedom. And what I mean by that is I think if they make the combat good, which right now it isn't, right? I think if they make the combat good, they stabilize things a bit. A little wonky. It's actually better. It's a lot more optimized now than it was the last time I played some months back. But I think if they tighten things up a bit, in many ways this could be sort of a game I've always dreamed of. In the sense that, so I've got this situation here. Let's say like, oh no, there's an abomination. I can't get by him. But wait, why don't I just dig a hole in the side of this and go around him? And that sounds really stupid, but this is sort of the feeling that I got when I remember as a kid playing one of the early Red Faction games, and thinking how cool it was that I had the freedom to basically go wherever the heck that I wanted to. So look at this. I just dug a hole right there, all the way through, and now I've basically created a tunnel. And again, anyone who's playing on this server, if they came down here, they would see this same tunnel. This thing would be here, and they would also be able to go through it. And then what I could also do is I can build a wall. So if I don't like, if I don't like that abomination, if I don't want him to sneak up behind me or whatever, we can like build a wall and try to and stop him from coming. You know, I know it sounds incredibly stupid. I'm not gonna deny that. And this is a horribly built wall. I mean, I'm not even lining anything up. It's more like a series of blocks than a wall, which I'm blocking my vision. Oh no, it's another abomination. All right, let's get the heck out of here. We're gonna use our grappling hook. I'm not trying to make this to be better than it is, because there's so many rough edges, and I'm not gonna play this much after I do this video, right? I'm probably gonna goof around with the combat again a little bit more. I'll probably try to make some new weapons, but then I'm gonna stop because this game still has a long way to go. But boy, oh boy, the framework of, again, just having the freedom to do what you want. If the game is fun to play, and that's an important part, which I don't think it's quite there yet. If the game is fun to play with all of this freedom that you have in this title, I think it's potentially unbelievable. And you might look at what I just did a moment ago and been like, well, Force, it took you like a good minute to just dig this little hole there, and it realize that you can, there's tons of different options. There are special items that allow you to cut huge swaths of landscape just like in an instant, and you can upgrade your mining picks so that you can go through a lot faster. I don't know, I just think there's a lot of cool opportunities that this game could have, and I hope it does it. I really do. I hope it succeeds, and I hope they've got some grand ambitions. I hope they can actually meet those, because this could be really cool. It's just right now, it isn't that fun to play. Like, it's not. The combat's gotten old already. The crafting got old for me after a week, so there needs to be more. But they're getting there. They're getting there, and I hope you enjoyed this little update, taking a look at some of the new things that have come into Landmark. So I could just dig through. I mean, I doubt I'm gonna find any secret areas, but they exist. They're out there. There's some secret caves, and there's some stuff. I'm gonna see if I can find it. I'll let you know if I find it. Probably won't be right this second, but maybe it will. Right here? Is it right here? Did I find the secret cave? No, not yet. All right, I'm gonna keep digging. All right, thanks so much for watching, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Stay tuned. I might do another Landmark update video. We'll see how much more time I put into it. Sorry I don't have too much to talk with you about with the new stuff. It took me 5 hours just to get to the point where I am at now, which I still feel like I know nothing. So, you know. Thanks for watching. I'm gonna keep digging. Look at this. Wait, look, I'm gonna look up. Yeah, man, I'm gonna keep going. There's gotta be something here. Come on, please.